So sensitive, this light. My goodness. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, breaking news. Oh man, I don't even know what to think. It's like close to 11 o'clock here in our time. Junson just sent me something. Please check all the socials, all my groups, everything that we just put it up there. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, David De Gea just left the club. News just broke about maybe 15 minutes ago. David De Gea posted on his own socials saying that after all this time, he has decided to finally call it. So he's calling the time. He's not going to renew contract. He didn't say where he's going to go. He didn't mention whether anybody's interested in him. All he did was he just say, "Hey man, I'm not going to stay at the club." I'm telling you, man. Moment Junson sent me that thing. I just dropped everything, dumped everything, and I immediately just said, "Dude, we gotta go live, lah. We cancel all the plans, whatever plans. He's whole off. He's supposed to go
Mhm.
out with his wife. Thank you, Shadeen, so much. Love you, girl. Thank you very much for giving Junson the time to come and talk about it because,
This big
man,
thing, man.
I'm feeling emotional, guys.
Yeah. It's I mean, we know his days are numbered. It's just the manner of how he left. I mean, he's been with us for how long? 12 seasons, right? 12 years. He came to us as a young kid, and now he's like a grown professional and has been in the club for so long. We were even talking about him being the next captain and things like that.
Yeah, we wanted him to be captain at one point.
And how do I mean, for me, I'm disappointed, not just about him being him leaving, but I'm disappointed of how he was managed towards the last few weeks of his tenure with United, and it's I'm lost for words, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's so sad that a player that with this, I mean, we will say that almost a legendary status player, a player that kept so many clean sheet for us. He beat some records, and being like one of the top, the most most appearance for the club, and this happened. This is how we treat a player. I mean, you look at it, right? I mean, it's just not right, how it's being treated and how the whole thing is being run. I mean, that itself epitomizes what the club is going through at the moment. It's such a fucking mess, man.
Hey, look,
Yes,
this guy was player of the year so many times. He was
four
also,
times, right? Four times.
yeah,
He
for
kept us,
goalkeeper, man, he kept us in the
Mm,
top four many times. And also we tend to forget that he was also one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, man. We're not just talking about like the Premier League. I'm talking about like David De Gea being one of the best players in Europe,
in the
best
world,
goalkeepers in Europe, in the world.
in the
And he
world.
and he has consistently been like a steady. But I want to say what like kind of what Nicky Butt said the other day. He said that if he's going to leave next season or the year after and the following season, then maybe it's no point for him to stay. Maybe it's time for
Mhm.
him to move on. But the biggest problem is then who is going to replace him. But all that aside, today, I wasn't prepared for it, man.
Yeah,
Now, suddenly when he said he doesn't want to renew, fair enough, because next week we're already starting preseason, right? I was like, man, we really letting this guy go. I guess finally we did lah. So, Junson, on one point, right, it looks like
Mm.
as if like, okay, so now that headache is done. Whatever contract was given to him, do you think they gave him maybe like 125, or do you think they gave it like lower?
That one, I have a feeling they actually gave him much lower. And the thing is, I think most likely he will say, "Am I number one and am I number two? What do I get?" Because definitely you're gonna get some bonus, some perks, some stuff lah. Like you get that you keep a clean sheet, how much you get something. If your team perform better or certain things, like you reach the fourth place or something, you get some bonus, and that's a lot of perks and bonuses that we have, that they will have in the contract. And I'm pretty sure they try to like tweak here a little bit here, lessen a little bit here. I mean, is that how you want to treat someone that has been in the club for so long? Of course, you'll be disappointed. And the thing is, it dragged on for so long. I mean, if you know that you really wanted him to go out, plan early lah. Plan early. I work very closely in HR, and we don't do this kind of thing. Like we want to end someone's contract or terminate someone, we give them at least a 1 month notice. And this is not how it's supposed to do lah. I mean, someone that has been in the club for so long, serve you so well. and you just kick him out. I mean, I would say literally kick him out of the club just like that. It's so sad. And then he is one of those players that does not do a lot of. They don't complain. He don't do a lot of complain. He's not very vocal. And this is how you treat him. If they say you treat like Di Maria, or maybe you treat like who else, the one that always kaki complain, maybe Pogba or Lingard, I understand. But this is David De Gea.
Actually, that's true. He's always very quiet, right?
Yeah,
Very
and he's
unassuming.
steady. He's always very supportive. Everything when the club posts or anything, a new player, he's the one that always like, thumbs up. But he's just very quiet, and he just do his job, and he do it well. I'm not saying that he's, like I said yesterday, I mean, in our show, I said he's not a bad goalkeeper. It's just that there are certain areas that he needs to improve, or the certain flaws. But I mean, I'm so disappointed of how is it how it's being dealt. Imagine if this is done in this way to players like Beckham, to players like, I mean, Roy Keane, he left himself lah. That one different. Okay, it's sad.
You see, I think for many people, including me, I think like I already backed him up to the hills. I say I don't give a shit, but he knows how to run around inside
Mm,
the box and all that. He was a great stopper, so I've been consistent with that. Why he's hitting me so much right now is because okay, the good side is maybe we're getting Andre Onana, but the bad side is I feel like this guy was one of his shot stopping is just next level.
mm-hmm.
I've been watching football since I was 12, 11, 10, and I've seen a lot of goalkeepers. And this guy is just some next level stopping. Sure, he made some mistakes here and there, which most goalkeepers would do. But when you don't have a good defense in front there, this guy captures number two, number three, number four.
Exactly.
So suddenly to hear him leaving, I think, okay, let's break it down, bro. Apart from the feelings,
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't stay here for 125. Maybe it's a bit too low for a guy of his caliber, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, remember all that talk I said, there's no club in Spain that would take him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why he might decide to stay at number two here because all the big clubs in Spain have number ones already.
Yep.
He cannot dethrone anybody unless he goes to a club that is in 4, 5, 6 place, which is always random, whoever. Lah. Um, Teams in Bundesliga also, I think it's only Bayern he would go to because he's that
Mm-hmm.
good. And teams in Italy would be Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, which all already got keeper already. So right now, if Onana comes to us, the best thing for De Gea right now, I just realized actually, maybe him to go to Inter lah.
Go Inter or go Roma lah. I mean,
Roman needs a keeper, is it?
I mean, the thing is, who wouldn't want a player like De Gea? Correct or not? If you are the team that plays a bit more deeper or a bit more old school, De Gea is the goalkeeper for you, man. Yes, I said he is not the new age goalkeeper where the ball playing the Cruyffton kind of thing, but he, like you said, he's a very good shot stopper. Maybe he will not want to play in the league that's too physical. I think Italian league is okay. It's very tactical.
I'm right now wondering, right, for him to say no, what kind of offers did he actually get, lah? Like, think, like, I'm
Exactly.
wondering, like, did he have any offers on the table? Did he actually think that, hey, maybe I can actually
Actually, he didn't say no. I think he agreed with the contract already. Is then United what I call
renege?
renegotiated with him again and gave him a new terms, and that was the one that he was like, "Fuck, you already gave me something, and you pull back, and then you give me something new again." It's like damn sad, right?
Because that one I say is a two-edged sword. When the contract was on the table, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to sign yet because I think he also was unsure.
Mm,
So because he didn't sign it, then suddenly Manchester United like, hey, I think that was the point Ten Hag hinted. I don't want him to be my number one.
mm.
I think that's the point.
It could be, yeah.
Immediately the club say, hey, okay, the new contract, he's willing to take less. He was probably supposed to take maybe around 250 or 200.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, hey, Ten Hag is not really a fan of him. Ten Hag wants to bring somebody new in. So because of that, because he didn't sign one. Like for the player, the contract in front of you sign straight away. Me sad lah, brother. All good. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't sign. So then they pulled it out. And then they say, hey, we got new terms. But finally, I think what he's thinking is with other goalkeepers maybe moving, which there aren't many, only Onana is moving.
Mm-hmm.
Madrid and all, I think goalkeeper think Thibaut is like the whole main man there. Barcelona
Memang,
set.
yeah.
Mr. Sagan. Bayern also, I think they pretty much all set lah. The only emptiness I feel will be in Inter Milan. So I think maybe De Gea feels if he goes on the market,
Mm-hmm.
he wants to try and dethrone somebody else's number one spot.
Inter lah, they lost the number one. What? They're
Inter
losing
right
their
now,
number one. Yeah, lah.
Inter right
Basically
now
a
is a
swap
great
lah.
choice.
It's a
Yeah,
it's a dumb swap lah.
it's
I
a
mean,
swap. And
we in a way it's like we give him we could have actually put him in the deal, right?
hey, and that's the thing. What do you think about him leaving for free?
Sad lah.
Got a bit of
That's why I
money,
said
eh?
we should have. I mean, that's how we deal with players. You see, we buy Pogba for 80 and let him go for free.
Oh man, what a
We groom so
disaster.
many so-called great academy players, wonder kids, and we let them go for free or we let them go for cheap. What the heck?
Yeah.
This is I don't know. I mean, we're talking about a company that I mean a football club that's running like a brand and a company, right? But I don't see them doing quite well in this part of the job lah.
Yeah.
Selling players, like at a low price. It's so sad lah.
I can't share Gion's emoji. Why cannot share emojis on this thing?
Yeah.
I can share chat, but I cannot share emojis, Gion. Bro. Sorry guys, they changed the interface lately. I'm getting used to it.
Mhm.
Ayo, look man. Does anyone really feel that brighter days are ahead?
It looks like we're going back into the dark ages, man. It's like we didn't leave. That's why I was just not, really I said no. We thought, I thought that when Ed Woodward left, we are changing a new leaf. We're becoming a little bit more of the people's club back again. The whole
Yeah, in the initial, yeah, I
the
remember
good
that.
feel. Our new CEO. Then now that our director of football is being in the job for a little bit more longer, and then this shit happened again and again and again and again.
It's like I
What?
my thing is right with De Gea leaving right now. I don't feel like okay, we are heading into a brand new
Mhm,
era. I'm trying to remember the ad we used to watch in the cinemas back in the day. Not the Carlsberg, another one, brand new era shit. I
mhm.
thought okay, but with De Gea leaving, I feel maybe when it comes to all these bloody movement and all these nonsense people like, we will be better. I think I mean, if it is Onana, lah, bro, confirm ke Onana? Like, if it is Onana
Mhm.
and we want to talk about movement, I think
If
good lah, good lah.
if
Like to see
really
some different
Onana
football.
comes in and then suddenly our football improve, maybe that can actually help to ease the pain a little bit lah. Huh? It's just like I think it's just like City when they lost Joe Hart, everyone was complaining as well. Joe Hart was a good goalkeeper,
Mm,
but he was I don't know. I think he was past his peak and he was going downhill after that already because
mm.
no team wants him. But same thing when City kicked Joe Hart, he was like England number one. He's been our number one for years, but Joe Hart didn't do shit lah for City, right?
Right.
Compared to De Gea.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that kind of kick started something different. So I'm trying to, get that positive mindset. I mean, that is something that I'm expecting. Like I say, no, we know that his numbers, David De Gea's numbers his days are numbered already. I want to say his numbers are dead.
His numbers are great.
So his days were numbered. We know that, somehow sooner or later he will be leaving the club because he does not really suit how Ten Hag wants to play. But
Mm.
for me, the disappointing thing is the way how he's managed out. Again, is how he's managed out. How the club is running. I don't know how the club is running. So it's just imagine how all the other players feel. It's like, am I just something like that? I mean, if a player like the here can be treated like that, how about me?
How would you have liked him to have been
No, at least we say,
move out?
we can do a proper send off. We say that okay, because we are moving to a new era. We're very good in doing all this media how to say spotlight and this and that. We say, oh no, he's been serving us for 12 years and things like that. We can but unfortunately we can do it early also. The here decided to leave us by
Mm.
end of the season, announce it earlier so like everyone's like, oh okay, nice farewell. Then during the last game of the season, everyone give him a clap, standing ovation, things like that. And now just like that, you see.
So let's read the official statement from the club. David De Gea has announced his departure, bringing an end to a 12-year stay
Mhm.
during which he secured an array of trophies and personal accolades. Susiman is raised one of the greatest goalkeepers in the history of the club. Since joining Atletico in 2011, he made 545 appearances for United with 190 clean sheets. Both club records, well done. He
Mhm.
won the Premier League, FA, Euro, or no champions. Damn. Personal honors, 2 Golden Gloves. One was last season, a record for 4 Player of the Year awards by fans, and 4 Player of. All right, Matt Busby Award and four
Mhm.
players. There we go. It takes great quality and character to each level, even playing one game for United to define for such a special achievement, particularly in goalkeeping position. Every game puts you in the spotlight. To win Player of the Year awards for both the fans and his teammates, each on 4 occasions, shows the level of his performance, and he will always be remembered He's one of the very best goalkeepers in the history of the club. I'm personally grateful for the 25 clean sheets he helped provide last 25 and his overall contribution on the pitch during my first year at the club. All the players and staff said are very best. John Monter can eat my shots. I don't give a fuck what he says.
That's
So
okay.
that's the off.
This okay. Imagine, okay. Let's look at it this angle. Imagine this was posted before the season ended. Wouldn't it be nicer? You feel like, oh yeah, I mean, he's been serving us well, but we all know the story. What is happening? Last minute pull out lah, change contract lah, the day before his wedding lah, this and that.
Look, man, his testimonial is gonna be correct. Where is it? The statement. It was in his stories, sir.
Is it?
Eh? I thought it was. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's too small. How to open it big? Cannot.
Can you control scroll? Control and scroll. There you go.
All right. So David De Gea, what the fly?
There you
Okay.
go.
I wanted to send this farewell message to all Manchester United supporters. I would like to express my unwavering gratitude and appreciation for the love from the last 12 years. You've achieved a lot since dear Sir Alex Ferguson brought me to this club. I took incredible pride every time I pull on the shirt to lead the team, to represent the institution. Look how young he is in the picture. Zakirban, the club institution, the biggest in the world, was an honor only bestowed. It's been an unforgettable, successful period since I came here. I didn't think from leaving Madrid as a young boy we would achieve what we did together. Now is the right time to undertake a new challenge, to push myself again in new surroundings. Manchester always be my heart. Manchester has shaped me and never leave me. We've seen it all. That's it.
You see, he left in a classy way, and the news came out from him first, not from the club.
Yeah, I think he must have said that. Let me make the announcement first. So there we go, guys. It's the end of an era. I'm very, very sad. But this guy has been one heck of a servant to the club. I've never seen a goalkeeper with his kind of stopping ability, man. Nah, even Schmeichel also was not. This fellow was like a fucking. He sometimes he looked like he had four hands and four legs. His reach. Secondly, he's only 32. Goalkeepers hit their peak around 35,
Yep,
36. They
this
had
is
their
he's
wonder
at his
years.
peak now, like. He's at his peak, like in a way.
So he's peak now, and all this talk about him not being a good player started with some pro or fucking pundits or whoever the shit. I'm talking not just the TV pundits, normal fans like us who said that hey, the ball is not moving much in the back. The ball is not being spread around the back. We miss the days of Schmeichel throwing the ball to the halfway line and reaching the winger. I say, okay, yeah, makes sense. But you all forget about the last minute save, the on the line save, the quick reflex foot saves, the stretch out foot when the fellow wrong footed him save. The high shot block. The last minute you cannot see the ball because so many defenders in front of you, and then last minute he could get some fingers and saves. All that I've never seen any goalkeeper who played for Manchester United and do what he did. And the reason is in the beginning he was shit. Remember how Vidic used to get so angry with him? We were leading 2-0 and then 2 all because of his fuck ups. When he was 18, 19, he was
He's
so
young,
shit scared to
man. When
come
he
out.
was
Yeah.
young.
And we stood by him. He had all the scrutiny. Madrid came for him about 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever. He signed with us. That time we didn't have a good goalkeeper. He was the only one, and he just said, "No, I'm going to be loyal to Manchester United." I haven't forgotten that.
Yep.
We we
We
were
all
devoid
don't
of a
forget.
number
Didn't
two.
forget
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
we were devoid of a number two. We only had one good goalkeeper, and Madrid did their bullshit lah. And then his girlfriend all came. So, Barcelona, Madrid, better go there. Weather, money, less tax, all that shit lah. But when he actually re-signed for us, I got a heart attack. We were finishing fifth, sixth place. Don't know, we were so terrible, but he showed loyalty to us. So that's why I heard. That's why what everything you said just now still kind of resonates with me. I don't know what to say, man. So
Yeah.
look, uh,
How
don't want,
often now, especially in modern football, how often you get a player that stay with you for 12 years?
especially when he opportunities to leave for big money.
Yeah.
He was willing to sign. Yeah, so I guess it's hard for him to stay also. As number two, I think what we had two news today. One is he's leaving. Two is Onana's coming.
Almost a done deal already. Just
I
waiting
think
only. Yeah.
I think it's almost. Is there anything I didn't check, bro? Moment because
Yeah, let
within
me
10 minutes,
check.
within 10 minutes I'm live. And the moment you messaged me and said he's out, so if Onana's coming in, I'm guessing he's probably coming in for 50. We got De Gea for about 18 or 30 as a superstar talent from Atletico. Big money, man, to put for a goalkeeper,
Mhm.
even though in this market with its inflation, I think Onana got some big shoes to fill,
Mhm.
but I'm taking some solace in the fact that he has played with Martinez, he has played with Anthony, he has played with Ten Hag, especially. So I think that's the only good thing that I can take from this lah with him coming.
Mhm.
I don't think he's a great shot stopper. I saw people putting up videos, but I told you all these videos you see on YouTube coming from weird channels is all the agents of the players who do it.
Yep.
I'm not even lying to you, all, man. I mean, in this industry for a while. I know that agents have packages, right? Even
Mhm.
in Asian League also, Asian League especially because you need it more, right? You don't have much exposure, you don't have much TV time, so they make videos, and when they send it to reporters or people who are interested in the club, they'll send like a long email with links to videos, right? So sometimes some of these videos they are being made in order to grow some traction. People will put on YouTube, fans of the player will put on YouTube, but it doesn't tell the full picture. You
Yep.
know what I mean? In the other video, like
It's
uh,
all a brand and image and everything lah.
it's
They
all
pick the
like
best, the best highlights only. But after that, the best highlights, you didn't put in.
correct. All the highlight never put in highlight.com.
Highlights
You
all
need to
got,
go,
highlight all don't have.
you need to key highlight.com
Right.
slash Onana, and then you can find all these highlights there.
Mm-hmm.
So you see what I'm saying? So I'm not 100% convinced with Onana. I'm very, right now, I'm putting a lot of pressure on Ten Hag. These past few weeks, I've been putting a lot of pressure on Ten Hag because I feel that his, his transfer targets, whatever, don't seem to work. The backups also not working. Not sure who to blame. We can blame. I think John Murtaugh is trash. I think they all should be out. I don't give
Mm-hmm.
them any good marks, including that Benedict Arnold fucker.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not very convinced, like guys. We only got Mason Mount, who's a fucking Chelsea grad. Gave him number
Mm-hmm.
7. Check yesterday's podcast for my rant. Now we got De Gea out, Nona coming in. Boleh ke bro? Finish
And
second
now we
place
want to
next
get
season.
the Japanese goalkeeper, right?
Who?
Wait. United
Japanese goalkeeper or midfielder?
goalkeeper.
So what the fly? Really? Yeah.
Yep. Hold on,
Japanese goalkeeper now. How come, huh?
Hold on,
Guys, what do y'all think about De Gea leaving, man? I'm just heartbroken, man.
There's this one,
I'm.
what? Zion Suzuki.
Okay, you can share it here. Let me put it up.
Yeah. This is from the Daily
See, this is
Mail.
the problem with all these news, man. It comes in afternoon there in UK and fucking late night for us.
Yep.
So, every time 11, 12, 8 hours behind. Let me see this. What's
There you
this?
go.
Okay,
There you
what do
go.
you got? Let's see. 5 million euros Japanese government Xeon Suzuki after keeping tabs on 20-year-old for 6 years. 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
You're following since you was 14?
That's him.
Oh, there was another player who also is mixed, Japanese, who's
Yeah.
a midfielder. They told us to go for him. He's playing for one of the Scottish teams now. Oh, I see. I
Mm.
see.
So they're apparently wanting to get him as a second choice lah.
What else in the news, Nasi Bola? What is it?
There's nothing much in the news lah at the
Oh,
moment.
just this. They have been posting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Zion Suzuki. Got a nice name. Very sellable, very
Mm-hmm.
catchy name. But yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
Youth level, no senior appearance. Okay, so we got Zion Williams in NBA, New Orleans Pelicans, and then now we got Zion. Zion seems to be the new name. I don't know, but probably the fathers were Matrix fans and decided to name the
Or
kids
or
after the
or
city of
maybe a
Zion.
Bob Marley fan lah.
Ah,
Like
man, this thing is
like a lion
like
in
in Zion.
Zion.
Da-na-na-na.
Dun,
I
dun,
got to
dun,
listen to that
dun.
after. I'm trying to say iron
I,
like a lion in
in
Zion.
Zion.
And on that note,
I think most United fans need to listen to Bob Marley at the
listen,
moment
man, guys,
to
ladies, man,
calm
go
it down.
enjoy your weekend. Go listen to some Bob Marley.
Listen to Slipknot as a tribute to David De Gea.
Let me
Him-
yeah.
The guy is a massive Slipknot and System of a Down fan.
One of my best memories of the hair is even so hard to pick. Now there's like almost too many.
Every season, there are
There's
moments.
something. There are moments I can't even like pick one. Like you ask me, Cantona, what was his most thing that you remember the most? Easy for me, I can tell you right now. Watched him for several years playing for Man United. I'd never seen his performance be so beautiful, like how he beat Liverpool in the FA Cup final. When he scored the goal, it was such a tough game. We were playing like shit, and
Mhm.
he saved the shot off the line. I was thinking, wow, Cantona saved the shot
And
off the line with a
that
header.
that angle when he kicked, his leg was whew, how he
Yeah,
controlled that ball. Whew.
I mean, that for me was just all Cantona, because we were playing so badly. But they here hard to pick hard one moment. I'm telling you, hard to
A
pick a
lot. There's
moment.
a
There's
lot
too
of
many.
really good moments.
Because when you're winning a lot, you're used to winning. Those small games you'll forget. You remember the big moments, like I just said about Cantona. With this guy, we was playing shit the past 5, 6, 10,
There's
10
just too
years.
many moments he
It's too
saved
many
us.
moments he saved
Yeah,
us.
you can't
So
pick. I can't pick. Same thing.
uh
I can't pick.
I hope his testimonial, he gets the full money from the, because he's 12 years old, he'll get his
Mhm.
testimonial. I hope testimonial everybody turns
Yeah, we
up.
didn't even have a testimony for him yet, right?
Yeah, he will have to probably be after the end of this next season lah. So I hope everybody turns up. I hope it gives him a lot of money. Because if any player deserves all the money, or any
Mhm.
player deserves a top salary in the club, I would say they here all day. I wouldn't have any problem with it. So look, we didn't want to go too long. I know if I need to stay 1 hour for 30
Yep.
minutes plus for people to tune in, but it doesn't matter. Junson wants to go out. Listen, guys, David De Gea, personal message from me now. Bro, you ain't going to see this, but I just want to say thank you for your service, bro. I will never forget the number of times you saved our butts. I'll never forget the number of times that you made us look good when we were shit. And I'll never forget the time you choose to sign for us instead of go for major money with other clubs that were offering you that, because you showed that you have the red heart. You showed that you are true blue Manchester United guy. So, boss man, thank you. Any
Thank you so
words,
much.
Vincent, you want to say? Thank you very much, dear.
We hope that you'll be definitely be remembered, and we hope that you will continue to rock on when you move to any club in the future, man.
Bro, we wish you all the best. Manchester United fan, if you watch this, let me know what you think about David De Gea leaving. And yeah, just give me your thoughts overall, man. Guys,
Drop a
thank you so
comment, man.
much.
Drop a
Good
comment.
night. David De
Subscribe.
Gea,
Like.
end of an era.